morning run, coffee.
Good morning guys, happy Vlogmas day 5. I'm running late again. If you saw my other Vlogmas, you know that I was very late to class on Monday. I'm about to be late again. It's really not good. I was planning on getting up and doing homework this morning, and then I actually didn't get any homework done, slept in, and barely got all my food made for the day. So that's all right. I'll do it in between classes. Hey guys, I'm back from classes now, and I'm so glad that no one got home before me because I left the kitchen in a complete state of disarray this morning. I got a care package from my mom, that's spread out everywhere, did not put the blender away, and the sink is full of dishes. I was going to put all those away, wash these, put all this away, but I'm just going to show you guys what she gave me. She always makes these cute little tags. So these are crispy chocolate cookies with pecans, meltaways, and we have some almond cookies. These are Hermit cookies, they're gingerbread, and 7-layer bars. I think these are M&M bars. Yeah. And then some hot chocolate thumbprint cookies and toffee, so I'm super psyched about that. My mom always does like Christmas baking and I'm never home for it anymore, so I ranted about this in Vlogmas last year, but Jesus Christ, CSULB like does not understand what Christmas means because now finals go until December 20th and my parents can't just like take off work in the middle of the week, so I literally, it's gonna be like insane at the end of the month, but I have like no time because my last final's on the 20th, of course, because I always have a final on the last day. And then Thursday I'm gonna be packing, and then Friday my mom's gonna come down and we're gonna pack up because I have to move completely out. And then Saturday we're gonna drive home, and then it's just like from one place to another as soon as I get home. And the other thing I was gonna talk to you guys about is that I recently became a Pura Vida bracelets rep. So if you guys have never heard of Pura Vida bracelets, they're a jewelry company, and I have purchased a number of things from them, and I'm wearing 3 of the rings right now. This one is the silver wave ring, and then on this hand, this is the celestial ring. This is my favorite one. And then there's, I think it's called like the arrow ring or something. I forget what this one's called. But yeah, and I also have 2 bracelets from them, and I've been really impressed with the quality. Like they're not like the kind of jewelry that will turn your fingers like green, like when it like rusts off, because I've definitely had rings like that. And so if you guys use my code MaylinGuida20, you can get 20% off, and I'll have them like linked in the description below. I'm always gonna have it linked now, so if you guys wanna shop, y'all can and get 20% off, so you're welcome. Yeah, so I have a lot to do. I have to clean up and get this presentation done for tomorrow, but we got our French papers back today and I got an A, and I was so happy because I worked really hard on it, so yay. And I am so excited because in a lot of my classes, I have little to no homework this weekend because I had this big push and now it's over. Like, it's so strange because this is the only semester I've ever experienced this where the push comes so far before finals. Like last semester and the semester before, I was working on papers for classes that were due after the final exam. Like I took the final and then still had to do the final paper. All my papers are turned in, every single one. I have no more papers except like short little like French essays and stuff. So that's crazy. Like it's never happened this early and it was terrible, but like this almost makes it worth it that now it's gonna get so chill. Except now I have like literally a mountain of creative writing homework to do this weekend because that's what I've pushed to the wayside while doing all these other assignments. So that's gonna be fun. And knowing me, I'll drag it out the entire weekend, but it's okay. We're gonna focus on this presentation now. Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say is that it is so cold outside, guys. Like, I am so sorry. I think someone asked me, look at this. Focus. Oh my God, this is my favorite kind of weather. It makes me so happy. Like, oh, it's just, I love it. I think someone commented on my CS2LB tips and tricks video and was like, what should I pack? And I was like, girl, you don't need like any warm clothes because it's always hot like all throughout fall semester. Like maybe like a couple like light jackets. Like no, it was legit cold outside today, like really cold. It's been cold this whole week. It feels almost like it does in Sacramento. This is definitely the coldest winter I've experienced here, which is pretty exciting because I always am like, how am I supposed to get into the Christmas spirit when it's like 80 degrees outside? So yeah, but I am sorry about that because I feel like I misinformed y'all. But it was really just because we had hot winters in the past, okay? It rained at some point because now it's wet outside. But I don't remember it raining, so that's weird. I'm making tea. I'm gonna have the Trader Joe's winter wake up tea again. And I realized I didn't do question of the day this morning, so what is your favorite type of tea? This isn't even mine. Mine would be matcha, for sure, if I had to pick one. And I've actually been off of coffee for so long. Like, I'm so proud, guys. Like, this is really good, because it used to be like my complete addiction. And so yeah, I even managed to get through my super hard weekend without coffee. Like, guys, I'm so mature, okay? But look, I'm trying to do my presentation and I'm fascinated by Prezi, okay? Look at this. There are these three like explorers right here and you can literally copy them. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but they're only in the first slide. I can put them anywhere. I can put it right here. Look. Woo! I can put them everywhere. They can be all over this ice. I have now put the Explorer men everywhere in my presentation, and they're standing on the tips of the mountains. I actually need to write it now, but like, this is so fun. Good morning, guys. Your little shawl.
I don't have an umbrella, so this is what we're doing.
It's not raining right now, but water keeps dripping on us. Wow, it's loud. From trees and other things. But I have my presentation, so we left early. We said we were gonna leave at 8:30 and then it was 8:45 and then we actually got out of the door at 9. But that's still early. Any other announcements this morning?
No.
Emily got boots.
I did. That was my impulse buy when I left the apartment at 8:30 to go to Target.
Yes.
I do that morning run, coffee.
I went to bed really late last night, so I was working on this presentation, which is really not necessary to stay up that late. But I had tea and headache medication, so it's gonna be okay. Guys, I'm back now. I've had such a day. Like, I've been through like literally an emotional roller coaster today and like nothing happened that was like super out of the ordinary, but I just feel like I had so many ups and downs. So Emily and I left the apartment. We ended up having plenty of time because I just wanted to get there early because he said if you got a presentation, get there early. And I also needed to ask him something because I was trying to use an explanation in my presentation And I just wanted to double check with him to make sure it was right because I didn't want to like say it in front of the class and have him be like, that's not how it works. It was like a syntax thing. And so I was like waiting. We were sitting there. I'm like, okay, we have like 10 minutes and there was 9 minutes and there was 8 minutes and I was like, oh no, what if I can't ask him? And he finally gets there and like people are setting up and stuff. And I just like jump out of my seat. I'm like, can I ask you something really quick? He's like, yeah, sure. And like the classroom is silent. But I just like showed him my laptop and I was like, okay, so I was gonna say this about this pair of sentences. And he's like, yeah, that's exactly right. Like you should trust yourself. Like you were right. And I was like, oh, okay. My presentation actually went really well. I feel like I thought that I was going to be nervous for this one, but I was actually less nervous for this one than my French one, even though this one was like much more like a big deal. Like the French one was literally like under a minute, just like quickly saying like what my essay was about and like what chapters I used to write it. This one, like you had to have a PowerPoint, which you saw me working on. It was a Prezi, but it would have a visual aid and like say all this stuff about it. And people really liked my vocab section where I talked about all the different words they have for like different aspects of like reindeers. I focused on Northern Sami for that. Like they have like so many different words just to describe antlers, so many words just to describe their coat. And so I used the words that were to describe their personality. And so it has like the translation and stuff. So people really liked that. And I think my professor liked it overall. So woo. And so after that was over, I just felt like on top of the world. And then I just had to go to my next class and the rest of the people who didn't perform their play scenes on Tuesday did them, but I was done. So I just got to watch, which was fun. And then we did course evaluations and I, just like yesterday, I was the last one working because I care about these and if a professor is terrible, I want to let the department know, and if a professor is really good, I want to let the department know, and my lit professor was like really, really good, so I wanted to write this huge thing. So anyway, okay, so anyway, I felt really good after that. I was like literally on top of the world. I was like, oh my god, I'm done. Like I'm done with the bulk of my work. Like I'm like sailing from here on out. I went to the Union Dining Plaza and sat in Starbucks and read a little bit for class, and then I went to therapy. I don't even think I've really talked about therapy, but I have been going all semester, and I just had like a really good session today, and like I processed a lot of things that were actually, it wasn't like bad things, but it was just like some events that had happened over the last week, and like he helped me like understand them better, and it was like really good to talk about that. And then so I just felt really great after that. And then I went to the rec center and I got some reading done, and then I worked out, and then I was like really happy until I realized that I lost one of my rings, and I was just talking about them yesterday. I don't have them on right now because I just took them off, but I lost the one with the little teal bead and the moon, the celestial one. Like it just wasn't on my finger, and I retraced everywhere I'd been at the rec center and could not find them. So I'm sad. Maybe it'll be in my backpack somewhere, but I highly doubt it. So I also got it on sale, so now I have to order a new one, but I guess I can use my own discount code. So that's cool, I guess. But that's just, I just hate like spending money unnecessarily like that. It's one thing to be like, oh, like I don't need this Starbucks or I don't need this Yogurtland, but I'm gonna get it, because it's still like I'm spending money on something that I'm going to enjoy. No, this is literally to replace something that I already had and lost. That's like the worst reason to spend money, but I had really wanted it for a while, and then I got it, and now I don't have it anymore. I'll wait a couple days just to see if it turns up somewhere, but I highly doubt it. And then dance, like, okay guys, I am group project out. Like I'm done. I'm so done, because after doing the group performance in my lit class and now we're doing a group project in dance, like I'm sorry, but I need a break from collaborating with people because it truly is exhausting. I don't mind working with people, but it's just like it gets frustrating when I just feel like in both cases there have been like communication problems, and it just is kind of exhausting, period, to work with a group and try to fit everyone's vision into one thing. And like, we had a sub this week, so our professor like wasn't even there, so we were basically teaching ourselves. Like he doesn't know the choreography, so we're like trying to figure it out, and he helped us a little bit, but like we have to run it. Like, I mean, even if our professor was there, the project is to choreograph as a class part of it. So our professor gave us some of it and we have to do the rest of it and meld it all together, and it's like this super complicated thing where it's not just like everyone stands in a line and does a routine. It's like formation changes every couple of 8 counts. So it's really complicated. And so just working with that today was exhausting. And I was just frustrated because like I wasn't getting certain parts and like it was a long hour, 45 minutes, but whatever. But it's gonna be really dope when it's done, and I have time to practice this weekend, so yeah. And then after that, I walked out with like a couple of people and talked to them, and that was cool. My friend actually lives like really close to me, so we just walked all the way back, went to Target together, and then I'm back here now. So Spotify gave me my year in review. I knew it was coming up, and I talked about it in last year's Vlogmas. I remember the video where I did. I predicted, because I knew it was coming up, I was like, I bet By La May is gonna be my #1 song, and it was! And that was really spot on. It's like all Mamma Mia 2. Lily James is my top artist, because I listened to the Mamma Mia 2 soundtrack so much. So much. My top genres were pop, rock, indie, hip hop, dance / electronic. So my top song was By La May, and then Beautiful Trauma, and then La Cintura, and then Turn Me On, and then Una Lady Como Tu. I know I'm butchering the Spanish pronunciations. But yeah, that's pretty accurate. My top artists are Lily James and then Amanda Seyfried because of Mamma Mia 2, and then Yandel, Bad Bunny, and then Nacho because they're the ones that sing By La May. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next day of Vlogmas. Bye!